Helo, Shea, a chroeso i'r ras Cefn y Ddraig. Hello and welcome to the Dragon's Back Race Daily Show. I'm Lowri Morgan and I'll be your host for the whole of this week, but let's start with today. D-Day, opening day, the first day of this beautiful but brutal adventure. The runners left Conwy Castle this morning at 6 a.m, making their way towards Nant Gwynant, but reality would have hit them hard when the terrain underfoot became gnarlier, rockier, more technical and unrelentless ascents and descents over mountains like Penarol Ewen, Tryfan, Glyder Fawr, i.e. the Carneddau and the Glyderau, and then making their way towards the highest peak in Wales, yr Wyddfa. But before that, they had to face a very tough challenge, the Grade 1 scramble of Crib y Goch, with massive exposure in places, and many of the runners today have found that really hard. And just to let you know how difficult a day this is, they've managed to pack in 3,800 metres of climbing into 30.5 miles. It's a classic technical mountain day. Look at these conditions. They're certainly challenging, so navigation will have to be spot on today. Talking from experience, I know, because I added something like an hour to my overall first day because of stupid, possibly, navigational errors. But despite the fog and the rain, we've been rewarded with glimpses of Eryri's beauty. So the top runners are in camp after the first day, and I'm delighted to say that Jo Meek, the leading lady, has stopped eating her supper and she's come over to join us for a quick chat. Jo, thanks for joining us. How was your day?
To be honest, it was, I don't know if good's the right word, it was challenging. Yeah, so when I did the Cape Wrath Ultra last year, and then I won this as a prize, and I was like, no way, out of my comfort zone. My background's road running. Right. So today was exemplified everything that I hate.
Which is?
Like slippy, wet rocks, heights.
Yeah, Crib Goch, you looked, if you don't mind me saying, slightly unsettled.
That's very polite. 4 points of contact at all times. I didn't cry, but there were a lot of swear words.
Yeah, but that's over and done with now.
It's done, yeah.
With all the CV that you have of all the races that you've raced, why do this particular one then? I know you won it.
Yeah, but it's also, it's such an iconic thing to go from top to bottom, isn't it? I mean, that's so cool to say you've done that. So I think because it also encompasses so many different terrains, it taps into lots of skills. Yeah. So although day one isn't necessarily my skill set, day 6 is probably great for me.
But you've won the Cape Wrath, so you have got the skill set of multi-stage racing. Do you have a plan of attack now for the rest of the week?
I'll see how I feel tomorrow. I do feel quite battered today. I fell over so many times and it was so wet and slippery. So I'll just start off slow tomorrow and just see where my body takes me. Yeah.
And just enjoy it. It's an adventure.
Yeah, I do. I get really involved in racing. Enjoying and racing, I don't know. It's a fine line. I will try and enjoy it. I didn't look up once today, so maybe I'll try and look round a bit more tomorrow.
We didn't quite have the weather for it either.
It was miserable. It was miserable. But when I recce'd day 2, it was miserable. So if the weather's better tomorrow, at least I might see what I had recce'd.
Well, thank you very much and good luck for tomorrow and the rest of the week.
Brilliant.
And I'll be cheerleading you on.
Thank you.
With my pom-poms on top of the mountains.
Brilliant.
Thanks, Jo.
Thank you.
Well, we've spoke today because now we have the leading man alongside me to see how his day went, Max King. Do you know what? I'm so sorry. We've dragged you from a little nap, have we?
No, I had to get dinner, so I got the nap in, and then I had dinner, so I'm all good.
And that's what it's all about with these multi-stage days. You try to kind of catch up with your sleep whenever you can.
Right, yeah. I got a couple of really good nights of sleep, and then last night was terrible, and then after the race today, I was sitting with the guys and just falling asleep, and so I'm like, I gotta get a little bit of a nap before tonight, and then every night it's just catch up on sleep. I don't see any issue or any reason why I'm not gonna get enough sleep this week, but you know, for the people who are out there and going until 10 o'clock at night, I can't imagine what they go through of going until 10 o'clock at night and then having to get up and then get ready to start again at 6 a.m. It's like, that's not a lot of sleep.
Oh, it's incredible. It's inspirational. I assure you, if you stay there until 10 o'clock, you will be inspired by the runners coming in.
I'm sure, yeah.
But I'm sure you'll be having your beauty sleep by then.
I might be in bed by then. We'll see.
But talking about that, personal admin is so important in races like this, aren't they?
Yeah, it is. And like, you've got to stay on top of like your recovery. I've done a fair number of stage races, but it's all been a lot shorter than this one, where I'm not worried about it. Like, I know I'm going to get through it. I know that like I can recover from the day because it's short enough. But this one, like, frankly, it scares me. Like, the length of it is something that I have never experienced before. I've never gone this far in a week. I've never gone back-to-back days this far. And so I'm really worried about getting through the week. And so I need to make sure, like, I'm trying to recover, do everything I can, and, you know, make sure that I'm ready to go for the next day and then make it through the week.
Do you know, I'm really surprised because your racing CV is endless and hugely impressive. So to hear you say that, it makes us feel a bit normal. What was it then that attracted you to Wales?
This has been on my bucket list for a long time.
Has it?
I've known about the race. I didn't know exactly what it was. I didn't know what it entailed, I guess, but I knew about the race. I've done some of Shane's other races, so I was really intrigued by it, and I liked the stage racing format, and so that's why I came over for it.
Good day?
It was a good day, yeah. I mean, it was a really hard day. I've got a little bit of a lead, it's not very much, and I'm just hoping that I didn't go too hard and too fast today, that I can kind of hold that little cushion for a couple more days and see what happens.
Yeah, that's the trick, isn't it? Pushing yourself, but keeping hold of something in the tank.
And the other stage races that I've done have been short enough where you kind of just go hard every single day and you recover. But this one, I feel like you've got to hold back a little bit and not go all out.
Max, many congratulations on a great day, and I'm looking forward to seeing you run.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an amazing week.
It's an energy that is hard to describe. The castle, the castle is very, very memorable, you know. It is definitely a highlight.
The castle this morning was amazing. To be in there, you can look up, see all your family and friends. It's pretty emotional, and you know what lies ahead. And it's a long, long journey. There's definitely a lot of emotion, and you've spent all week waiting for that moment. And then the moment you go, it just sort of like all disperses, and then you're off there. But it's pretty special, that castle. It's definitely one of the highlights of the week.
For anybody that's thinking, you know, of entering the race, I'd recommend, you know, because that even today, the first day is brutal, but it's magic as well.
So many runners are eating, sleeping, preparing for tomorrow, while others are still out on the course running, desperately fighting to stay in this competition. They desperately want to make it to the second day of the Dragon's Back race, which is going to be another gnarly test for those legs. It has some of the most broken terrain of this competition. We've got the Moelwynion, we've got the Rhinogydd. They're simple, small mountains, but they're savage. It's going to be another test for those quads and hammies. 59 kilometres and 3,000 metres of climbing. Can't wait. See you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Go start.